Coffee and Convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building. I appreciate you guys. As always, welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider Man. Salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button, you guys. I am 80 subscribers away from 19K. If we can get that today, I want to do a celebration show tonight. Maybe we can do a 19K celebration show. I'll bring Stu on, bring all the guys on, maybe bring some other content creators on. Let's get to 19K today. Make sure to share out the link. Put it all over the place. Let's get to 19K and celebrate tonight if possible. Make sure you guys also go to OakLosVegas.com for the drip, PlanetRaiders.com for everything, and WoodsonWhiskey.com for the GOAT, whiskey of all whiskeys. Salute to all my people, man. I see Basp in the building, Mab Mike, my brother Hammer's in the building. Shout out to Yo Boy number one, CJ, Team Raider, Mondo, all my people in the building. Salute to you guys. Also, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, hit the join button. I didn't put it in the chat today. I was kind of running late. Just got back from the gym. You know, I had some things going on, man. But we're definitely going to talk about what's going on in the nation today. Salute to everybody more. Let me know down in the comment section, you guys, where are you watching from? What city, what state? Are you at home? You at work? You at your girlfriend's, the side chick? Where are you? Let me know deep in the comment section where you guys are viewing the show. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I salute you guys for that. Top Beast is live. Raider Press. Maybe I'll bring it on. Maybe I should bring that on and we can watch it. Let me see. Shout out to my brother Rick, man. Appreciate you, Graphk. Congratulations ahead of time. I'm telling you, King, if Josh don't come back, Zeus. Let's get him in. And I'm hearing good things about Zeus right now. We're going to talk about that here shortly, you guys. I want to ask you guys your total honest opinions, right, on this situation with Josh Jacobs. You know, if we actually remove this tag here shortly, right, we can free up north of $10 million, right? According to Vinny B right now, shout out to him. He is saying that Zeus looks like the real deal out there. For those who have not seen him yet, his body looks totally different. Watching him on the field before pads have come on, I have to repeat this, the pads have not come on yet, but he looks like a total different guy out there, man. And I wanted to ask you guys this. If we decide on saying, you know what, Josh, you don't want to pull up, all right, cool. You know, we're going to remove the tag. You go wherever you want to go, right? Don't get me wrong. It would hurt. It would hurt. It would hurt because this is the second guy, you know, that you would actually let move on pretty much for nothing, right? We know what happened with Derek Carr. We did free up that cap space. We went out and got Jimmy G in free agency pretty much with that money. And then we, you know, a lot of depth pieces in free agency on the defensive side of the ball as well. But it would hurt if we removed that tag and allowed a superstar running back like Josh Jacobs to just walk. But I want to ask you guys this. With the emergence of Zamir White, a.k.a. Zeus, you know, another beat writer actually put out there, I forgot who it was the other day, saying keep an eye on Sincere McCormick. Everyone knows how high I am on him. Haven't heard too much about Britton Brown at this point. I have heard that Amir Abdullah looks really good out there right now. But like I said before, no pads. But what would you guys use? What money, that money that we free up, 10 point, 10.8, somewhere along those lines. I forgot where it is. Don't quote me on that. But we've talked about it so much. It's just like my brain is fried with this whole franchise tag and this Josh Jacobs situation. But what would you utilize that on? Because I'm looking right now, man, and there's still some great available defensive guys out there in free agency, right? And I don't mean great in terms of really young and still at the top of the game, but guys that can come in and fit what we're doing on the defensive side of the ball, right? Everyone's still worried about the linebacker position. You know, right now, are we going to go with the likes of Luke Masterson, Robert Spillane, and Divine Diablo? For those who who do not know, Divine Diablo was not in training camp today. Tashawn Reed tweeted out that it was an undisclosed situation, so I don't know if it's personal. I don't know if it's injury related. Real quick, Josh Jacobs unsigned, was not there. Tyree, and if we already know why he's not there. Neil Farrell Jr., we understand why he's not there. Byron Young is on the PUP list. Divine Diablo and Jaquan Johnson, our new safety that we brought over from Buffalo, both undisclosed. So they are not out there today. But there is still some guys out there that we can probably look at to bring in, you know, at this point in the time. And we talked about Rashaan Evans the other day, right? A lot of guys are mentioning Jalen Smith. There's some guys out there. Zach Cunningham, another linebacker that we could potentially bring in if we free up a bunch of this money. There are some guys. Quan Alexander signed with Pittsburgh, for those who are saying that. He's still out there. He is no longer out there. Yes, Nate Hobbs is back, John. He is back today. He had to heal up from his eye, took a softball to the face in that charity game, but he's back. He is wearing a no-contact jersey, you guys. So, you know, just trying to be safe with Nate Hobbs. We know this is going to be a big year for him, so they're being very, very patient with Nate Hobbs at this point. And even though, you know, there's no contact jersey on Nate Hobbs, it's really no contact right now anyway, because they're not in pads until tomorrow. So, but what do you guys think about that? Yeah, Miles Jack is still out there, Austin. Van Noy did not sign with Baltimore, you guys. He did not sign with Baltimore. So Van Noy is another clear-cut, player out there that knows the system, is familiar with the whole Patriot way, right? That's a guy to take a look at. But he left Baltimore without a deal. He did leave Baltimore without a deal. Salute to my dog, Jose, man. Appreciate you, brother. I'd go get Akeem Hicks at defensive tackle. Might be a big help for our defensive tackle room. Okay. Salute to my dog, Jose. Not against that. I actually like what our defensive tackle room looks like right now, Jose. I'm going to be honest. Don't get me wrong. With Byron Young out right now, you know what I mean? It is a little nerve-wracking to look at that room with Neil Farrell out. You know what I'm saying? Those are two guys that are supposed to be big, major parts of that defensive tackle, that defensive line room in general this upcoming season. And with Byron Young on the PUP, which he should be back soon, and I'm hearing that Neil Farrell should be back soon too. But what if happened? What if something happens with these two and they're not back in time? Definitely could look at a defensive tackle to help, solidify that room. But I do like that room with these two guys there. But that's still something to monitor with Neil Farrell and Byron Young at this point. Salute to my dog, Jose, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let me see. I can't say he did terrible. 1921. He had, I believe didn't he have 5 sacks last year? 4 or 5 sacks. I think he's had pretty much that like the last 4 or 5 years straight. Right. I mean, I'm not going to act as though Van Noy is going to come in and just be, the total game changer, but he's a veteran, that knows the game, and he still has something left in the tank. So I wouldn't have a problem bringing him in. You know what I mean? Not at all. But he wasn't terrible per se. 1921. He still was able to get to the quarterback. This is a guy that we're not going to look at as a guy that's going to be great in coverage, a guy that's going to be top of the line against the run game. But this is still a guy that you can utilize as a pass rusher that can still get to the quarterback here and there. You know what I'm saying? I believe he had 5.5 sacks last year. You know what I mean? So if that's terrible, 1921, we have to take a look at our linebackers and realize that they're all terrible then. Because 5.5 sacks, he would have led our linebacking core, our linebacker room immediately with that many sacks. So, it is what it is. Yeah. There you go, Ma. He had 5.5 sacks. That's pretty good for a linebacker. There you have it. Salute to my dog, LV. Thanks for the quality merch, Docs. Sporting my Talk That Shit t-shirt, sipping my coffee in my cup. Salute to my dog. I had to go to Starbucks today to get me one. Salute to my big bro, LV Maximus, in the building. I'd also like to look at Zach Cunningham in our linebacker room. Yes, That'd be a definite upgrade in that linebacker room. That's another guy that we should definitely be keeping an eye on. He's been pretty good, with this time in the NFL. I don't know why he's a free agent at this point. There's a lot of names that are on this list where I'm looking at, I'm like, damn, I can't believe these guys are free agents this late in the game. But Zach Cunningham is definitely another guy to take a look at. Daniel Kim, for scheme fit, would you take Evans or Cunningham or somebody else? I mean, it's scheme fit. I'm looking at Van Noy, but I would rather have both of these guys over Van Noy. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I mean? There's gonna be so many different looks on the defensive side of the ball this year, Kim. If me personally, I'm going Rashaan Evans. That's who I'm going with. I think that's my favorite player out of all three of those guys. Clear cut. I think that he would definitely help this linebacker room from day one. If I had to pick out of any of those guys, Calvin Noy, Cunningham, and Evans, I'm going with Evans 10 times out of 10. Salute to my dog, Daniel Kim, in the building, man. Salute to my boy, Old School. I'll spin it on a head coach / leader and move Josh McDaniels back to offensive coordinator where he excels. Salute to my dog, Old School. It's not going to happen, brother. But but I hear you, though. I hear you. Always with the Old School, always with the violence. I'm not mad at him. Should Raiders trade for Hunter? He's still very young. I think he had 10.5 sacks last season with Minnesota. Minnesota is just in a situation where they're moving on from everybody that means something on the defensive side of the ball. To be that terrible on the defensive side of the ball last year and move on from the likes of Duke Shelley, who played really well for you in crunch time at the end of the season, to Danielle Hunter, a guy that, like I said, 10.5 sacks last season, one of the top edge rushers in the league. Hey, look, what about this 1921? A Hunter for a Hunter. Why not? A Hunter for a Hunter. I think Hunter's only getting paid $4.5 million, $5 million this season. That's another reason why he's trying to get out of Minnesota, and they are looking for a trade partner at this time. Could you imagine a defensive line that consisted of Chandler Jones, Tyree Wilson, Max Crosby, and Hunter? That would be insane. If you can get off that Hunter Renfrow deal to go out and get him, I would do it. Why not? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Look, Chandler's not going to play forever. He's not going to play forever. You know what I'm saying? Tyree Wilson's going to be a Raider for the foreseeable future. But if you go out and get Hunter, you could be real patient with Tyree Wilson. You know what I'm saying? You could be really patient with him. You know what I mean? I know he passed his physical and all that good stuff, coming off of surgery and all that other shit. But if you go out and get Hunter, that defensive line is one of the best defensive lines in the league. I couldn't even imagine. But from what I'm hearing, Jacksonville's in on his services. There's some other teams, Chicago potentially looking at him. There's other teams. And from what I was told too, I don't know, I didn't look into it myself, but from what I'm hearing is he unfollowed like everybody on Instagram and some shit. And the only team that he's following is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that team makes sense for him. They can definitely use him on a defensive line. Shout out to my dog, Jose. Docs, do you see the new Raiders hats online? Yes, I did. And I'm actually, after this live, about to order 2 of them. They're dope. They're actually dope. You guys, if you guys get a chance to go check out the new Raiders sideline hats. Everybody's been sending them to me in my DM today. 2 of them I actually really liked. You know what? I'll bring it up in my DM real quick to show you guys. Let me see. Shout out to my dog, Danny, man. Danny Limos. I'll read his right here. One right there, which I have a million of those kind of hats. This one is really dope. I like that. The half silver, half white. And then this one I like a lot as well. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. I'm definitely going to be ordering the bottom 2 today. Salute to my dog, Jose, man. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to John, man. As always, do any of these running backs we have jump off the page enough to replace Josh? I don't know, man. Talk about it. Any camp news to shed some light? Look, no. None of these guys have what it takes or has what it takes at this point to just come in and just completely replace Josh Jacobs. The thing is this. You don't have to have one running back in order to replace Josh Jacobs. What they're going to do is running back by committee. If Zeus is jumping off the page right now from what I'm hearing, like at training camp, and he looks really good out there, according to Vinny B and other beat writers that I've seen that's actually out there during training camp, run with him as your number one if Josh really just does not report. But it's going to be more of a running back by committee type situation. Johnson, you don't have to replace Josh Jacobs with a star running back. Replace him with the running back by committee. 4 of those guys. I want Josh Jacobs out there, but if I have to replace him, I'm cool with running with Zeus, Sincere, Britton Brown, and Amir Abdullah. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. You know what I mean? Committee. committee. That's what New England got away with for many years out there. They pretty much still do it out there, you know, and why not? Why not? You don't have to get a guy to replace Josh Jacobs, you guys. You don't. You just have to get that run game going in terms of running back by committee. Give it to the guy who has a hot hand. If this week Sincere is running the ball like crazy, give him the ball. If Zamir is killing it this week, give him the ball. If Amir Abdullah is smoking shit one week, continue to give him the ball. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to my boy John. I got you on the hat. I got you on the hat. Salute to all my guys in the building, man. Nah, Q, from what I thought Calvin Noy was still a free agent. Nah, he's still a free agent. He left without a deal, bro. Let me see. Yeah, he's a free agent. He's still a free agent. He did not sign last week. Three-headed monster. But look, to be honest, you guys, if we had to remove that tag, if Josh and Josh McDaniels and Zeke said, you know what, it's not going to work out. It seems as though Josh Jacobs is willing to stand on his square and not move. You can remove that tag. You got $10+ million. You can go out there and definitely still help build this defense up. There's linebackers out there. There's still some interesting corners out there that are still free agents at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can really go out and get 3-4 guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. You can go get 3 or 4 guys for Josh Jacobs' contract. I'm not against that. If you had to move on from that tag, right? And let's just say we're just playing devil's advocate, you guys. I want to keep Josh Jacobs. But if we chose to move on from him, right? At the end of the day, you run with that, whatever you have at the running back position, running back by committee. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But if you can go out there right now, remove that tag, go get John Johnson, Rashaan Evans, right? And then you go, let's just say you wanted to add another pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who at this point. Jadeveon Clowney, right? I mean, let's just keep it a buck. You know, he's a free agent still at this point. He's not going to cost a lot of money. He'll probably hold out and try to get as much money as he can, but he's not a guy that's going to get to the quarterback 1,000,000 times a season, but he can play the run well. You know what I mean? Let's just say you can literally add somebody at each level of your defense. You can go get Evans as a linebacker and go get John Johnson, and you can add a defensive tackle or an edge rusher to this team, all at the expense of removing that tag from Josh Jacobs. You have to think about it. You do. You have to think about it. I'm sorry, you guys. You can go get someone on the defensive line at the first level of your defense, add Evans, the second level of your defense, and add a DB like John Johnson or even another corner, because you guys, we were looking at adding another additional corner. You know what I mean? I don't know why we wouldn't look at this. You know what I mean? At least just look at this. You know what I mean? Deron Harmon is still out there. Maybe we bring him back. You know what I'm saying? But we did bring Troy Hill in for a workout last week, and we didn't sign him. So that lets you know that we are still looking at adding more DB help, potentially a veteran. You know, we brought Marcus Peters in, yes, but that doesn't mean that we're not still looking at adding some help in that corner room or that safety room. Shout out to Palomar as well, you guys. It looks as though he picked off Jimmy G today. I know a lot of people are going to freak out about that and say, oh my God, Jimmy G is struggling and blah, 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 and whoa, right? Look, this is more, I'm saying that this is more about Palomar than it is about Jimmy G. Give the young guy his flowers. Went out there and picked him. Apparently, Tashawn Reed tweeted out, Jimmy Garoppolo just threw what I believe is his first interception of training camp. He was looking towards Devontae Adams, but he was double teamed. He moved on to Hunter Renfrow on a downfield pass, but Isaiah Palomar nabbed it. Deep ball issues continue. But I like this tweet right here from Beast Rider. He said, Jimmy's having a mixed day today. Threw an INT to Palomar in 7-on-7, but came back the next play, right? This is why some people don't put out everything, right? Like, some of these guys need to like tweet everything that comes with this shit. The next play, he threw a deep ball, 35 yards in stride to Devontae Adams. The next play. So there you have it. You know, some people just choose the negative route. Some people, you know what I mean? And some people choose to say, yeah, he got picked off, but the next play he made up for it with a long bomb to Devontae Adams. And you guys, I am not expecting Jimmy G to be a deep ball threat. Can he throw the deep ball if need be? Yes, but he is not here to be a gunslinger and throw the ball 60, 70 yards down the field. That's not who he is, and that's not who we need him to be. Simple and plain. That's not. Short intermediate passes, that's where he's going to eat. You get Devontae in space, he's going to find a way to get downfield. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Most of these receivers that we have, are really good after the catch. You know what I mean? Devontae, we know he's the best in the game. Best wide receiver, period. We got Michael Mayer, a guy that can shed tackles. You know what I mean? Find Hunter Renfrow in space. Look, I'm not too worried about Jimmy G launching the ball every other play. That's not his game. That is not his game. So when people are saying, oh my God, he's struggling with his deep ball, I don't care. I don't care because that's not what he was brought in here for. It's not. You know what I mean? Can he throw it? Can he sling it? Yes, he can. But come on, man. Let me see. Shout out to Primos. Time of possession, most underrated stat. Keep Mahomes, Herbert, Wilson on the sidelines. Make them watch us score TDs. Talk that shit, my brother. I love it, Primos. I love it. Shout out to Glenn. AO4 looking good, still the draft. Hopefully he ends up being that. I'm not going to go as far as to say that, but from what I'm hearing good things about AO4. And you guys, another thing, right? We talked about this the other day. Everybody killing Josh Jacobs in his comment section, on his tweets, on his Instagram. Well, they call it X now, right? On Twitter. You know what I mean? The Raiders uploaded a video the other day of Aiden O'Connell throwing a bomb to Jakobi Meyers for a TD, right? They say he overthrew Jakobi Meyers. Jakobi Meyers made a hell of a catch, phenomenal catch. We're so used to watching quarterbacks in our recent history underthrow guys that they're not used to getting a little more air under the ball where it's like they're overthrowing. Jakobi Meyers made the catch. You guys are killing the rookie in that Instagram post. Everybody, he's the fake whoop. He's the fake DC4. Whoop. Y'all got to stop with that shit, man. Are you Raider fans? Because if you are, you don't want to kill this young guy's confidence, man. You don't want to kill this young guy's confidence. He's a very young kid. He lives in the Instagram era, the social media era. He's going to watch all this shit. Let's not kill this young man's confidence before he even gets a chance to get going. He made a great throw to Jakobi Meyers before the pads were on. Jakobi went up, had a hell of a catch. It was a touchdown. Why are we beating this kid up? Why? There's just so many clowns out there. I have to question our fan base every day. It's just weird, and it's just very difficult to understand what are your motives with this, trying to destroy Aiden O'Connell. I totally do not get the shit. He threw a touchdown. Who cares if it was a little up there? Jakobi went up and got it. Simple and plain. He trusted his wide receiver to go up and get the ball, and boom, touchdown, Jakobi Meyers. What is the issue? What is the issue? Y'all got to stop this shit, man. And then y'all wonder why there's so much drama, in and out of the locker room, on social media, and all this other shit. Let that young kid go through his shit, man. He threw a TD. I love the release. It did look very Tom Brady-esque. If you guys want, go to Instagram and check it out. Look just like some Tom Brady. It was that release is beautiful. Root for the young kid, man. I get it. He got number 4. He didn't choose number 4. Number 4 was given to him. So don't beat him up because you guys are upset that we got away from our former quarterback. That shit is disgusting to me, man. It's disgusting. You can't call yourself a fucking Raider fan if you consistently go on and beat up a kid that's been here for 2 months. That shit is disgusting. 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 Shout out to Rule, man. Who is going to be this year's Lester Cotton? Just because they take starting reps doesn't necessarily mean anything. Hype is real. Tell it ain't. This is facts, bro. This is facts. And I don't know. I remember last year they were saying that Lester Cotton was out there killing it. And and he didn't kill it at all. I'll tell you right now, Rube, I'm hearing really good things about McClendon Curtis. Shout out to my brother Andy. He's been sharing stuff left and right in the Mount Shieldmore chat. And basically talking about, Andy was an O-lineman. So he knows what it looks like to be an O-lineman. And he was just giving McClendon all his flowers, saying he looks really good out there, and so on and so forth. I hope it's not McClendon Curtis. I hope it's not. I hope that McClendon Curtis just makes this roster and he's a dog. I hope that there's no Lester Cotton on this roster at all. At all. But yes, I remember people bragging last offseason about his strength, him coming in looking really good, and all that good stuff. And then he ended up just shitting the bed. I have no idea, Rube, but I don't even want to think about this year's Lester Cotton. I truly, truly don't, my brother. Salute to you, though. Shout out to my dog, Rube, man, as always, with that content. Salute to my dog. Yeah, man. Some consistently, bitch, remember the shield. There we have it, man. Give that young kid some time. Give him some time to breathe, man. I have a feeling it's going to be a Meek. He's going to take a lot of reps, and reports are going to be good. Okay, Rube, I'm not against that. And what I'm hearing from a Meek right now, from what I'm hearing in terms of him being out there, I've talked to a few people that are actually out there at training camp watching these guys, not just going on Twitter and watching the beat writers and the other guys out there covering the team, but I actually spoke to a few people that are out there, and they said that Meek looked pretty good, that he's out there feisty. He's out there screaming and yelling at the defense. You know what I mean? That's a good sign from this guy. Definitely a good sign. But he may be that guy. He may be. We'll see. But he's going to play. He'll play a lot in preseason. And we'll see if he makes this roster, and we'll see what kind of role he carves out moving forward, man. Let me see. Salute to my dog, Caleb, man. Wipe them feet. What up, docs? Love these coffee and convo. Salute to my dog, man. You guys, if you guys are not subscribed yet, we need 75. I think 75. About 75 new subscribers to hit that 19K threshold. And I want to do a 19K celebration show. So if you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share the link, tell people to subscribe. I want to do a special. We can have some drinks, smoke some cigars, chop it up, bring some people on, and just enjoy each other's presence. I want to do a 19K show. You know what I mean? So if you guys can, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Let me see. Shout out to Ronnie, Nation Business. Man, Shillmore keeping us with that content all summer. Good work. Salute. Shout out to my sis, Elite. Could Alex Bars be that surprise cut, Graphk? I don't think so. I think they like Bars, to be honest. I don't think they want him to be anywhere near the starting lineup. I mean, that starting lineup on the O-line. But, they look at him as a guy that can play all over the place. Carmen Brasillo definitely does value versatility on that O-line. A lot of these guys can play guard. Some of these guys can play center guard. Some of these guys can play tackle. I think the reason being Elite with him having that versatility, they're going to keep him around. So I do not want him to start in any world. Do I want him to start? But I do believe he's going to make this roster because of the versatility he brings to the table. Let me see. Oh, it's on the way. Primos, it is on the way. It is on the way. Trust me. It is on the way. Salute to my dog Fitz, man. Mary getting active too, like what I seen all over the place with the D. Now, shout out to my brother, Mr. Fitz. If you guys aren't subscribed to his channel, make sure you subscribe to him as well. This is my brother right here. Shout out to the Oos. He's out there. He's out there right now. And what he said, Merrick's out there killing it. And I think I seen something else about him saying that Meek really in there 100. There you go. So, and Mr. Fitz is down there, ground level, watching them practice. So he knows what he's seeing right now. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Fitz. Let me see. Shout out to Chicano. Real quick, prayers for my baby girl. Oh, man. Prayers, brother. Shout out to Chicano. Prayers, brother. Salute to you and yours. God got you, brother. Salute to you, man. Let me see. Dan, I don't even think, me personally, I don't think that would be a surprise cut. I know that they like Van Rotten. They brought him in pretty early in free agency, but I wouldn't be shocked. For some reason, I want to talk to Scout. I got to bring him on soon and talk to him about Van Rotten because he has him making this roster, and I want to ask him why. I want to ask him why. You know what I mean? I got to get him on soon. But I do think that Van Rotten, if he did get cut, I don't think it would be a surprise cut, Dan, to be honest. Yes, a lot of good things about Ja'Cory Bennett. There you go. A lot of good things I'm hearing really good things about him as well. He may steal one of them starting spots. If Nate Hobbs can go back to the slot with Ja'Cory on the outside and Marcus Peters on the other side, I would love it. That speed is real with Ja'Cory Bennett, and I'm hearing he's flying all over the place out there. Shout out to my sis, Erica. Appreciate you for having us out the other night. We were out with Erica and my bro Ruben. Happy 50th birthday to him. Me and Mitch. Shout out to my brother Mitchell Renz. We all went out. My wife, Rube, Erica, Mitch. We went out and had some drinks and kicked it. Shout out to Erica. Thank you so much for having us out. You already know we love you, sis. Appreciate you for having us out the other night. Definitely needed that. Let me see. Shout out to LV. Definitely. We got to bring him on. Got to bring him on. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. I honestly have a good feeling about this defense. Salute everyone. Facts, man. Facts. Real talk. Salute, Graphk. Gotta go. We'll finish up later. Thank you for that great content. Salute, Junior. I like that, Grizz. When is the last time a young guy came in year one and just totally dominated for us? You know, I mean, we thought we had something with Trayvon Mullen, right? He came in, was a ball hawk for us in year one. We thought maybe this can be the guy that will, you know, be that ball hawk, be that playmaker, you know, at the corner position for us for years to come. It didn't work out. Now, you know, he's a journeyman. Went from the Raiders to Arizona to Dallas to Baltimore. He was just cut a couple days ago. Yeah, man, it's been forever since we've had a young guy come in and just truly dominate from that position. And Grizz, I'm hoping that Jacorian could be that guy. Let me see. Is Zeus getting that running back one in camp right now? From what I'm hearing, yes. And what I'm hearing also, he looks really good out there, Jeff. Really does. But Amir Abdullah is getting a lot of burn out there as well. And they're looking at the young guys as well. They're looking at the Sincere McCormicks. They're looking at the Britton Browns. But from what I'm hearing right now at camp, it is all Zeus. It is all Amir Abdullah. And I think Brandon Bolden is getting some reps out there as well. Let me see. Yeah, but even Amerson, right? M85, he wasn't a guy that we went out and got. We didn't draft David Amerson. He came over from, I believe, the Redskins at the time, right? I believe, didn't he come over from the Redskins or one of those? I think it was Washington. And he did have a really good season for us. Then we, you know, signed him to a little longer deal, and he ended up returning to the old version of himself. Shout out to David Amerson, though. That was a kind of a flash in the pan, as you say. That's true. Damn, haven't heard that name in a while, man. Let me see. I think since Woodson, honestly. Damn, that's crazy, Maul. That is crazy. It's been forever, man. Yeah, LV, football is right around the corner. Me and the wife are flying out on the 11th. We are already booked. Our flights are booked. It's going to be fun. Shout out to Stu as well. He just sent me our itinerary for the Raider alumni party. This is going to be a movie. I cannot wait to get out to Vegas in the next 2 weeks. Salute to my brother Stu, and shout out to my brother LV also. Can't wait to see you, brother. Salute to my dog Joe. Shout out to Beavers. I see you. What up, bro? These haters are a comedy show. The defense balls out in camp. They say the offense sucks. If the QB starts dropping dimes, the defense sucks. They can't even keep their story straight. And this is facts. Facts, man. You know, the thing is this, right? People hate Jimmy G so much because of who we got rid of in order to bring him in. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real hate, Joe. There's no real hate for Jimmy G. I can get if you don't like him because he was a Niner, right? As a Northern California fan, I get that. I hated Jimmy G until he was a Raider because I'm from Northern California. You know, where I'm from, you either a Raider or a Niner, and I couldn't stand him. My brother down the street has a Jimmy G jersey, a Niners one, and I used to laugh at it every time he wore it, right? Couldn't stand him until he was a Raider. Now he's a Raider. Love him. It is what it is. Deal with it. But a lot of guys don't like him because we moved on from another guy. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make any sense. If you see Jimmy G throw a pick in training camp, give that glory to the defensive side of the ball. This is a second-year guy, Palamau, UDFA, coming out of USC. That is a good thing, you guys. Like, I think this says more about Palamau and how serious he took his offseason, even though the pads aren't on yet. I have to keep repeating that. Than Jimmy G. What's the problem? What's the problem? From what it sounds like, you know, Jimmy G went through his progressions. Devontae was doubled up. He had to kind of reach for Hunter Renfrow, and it got picked off. And guess what happened? One of our young guys came up with a pick. Isn't this all we've been asking for on the defensive side of the ball, is to go get some playmakers, a guy that can cause turnovers? So why are we killing Jimmy G about it? I seen it all over Twitter, you guys, all over Twitter. Here we go. This is Jimmy G. Why can't this be Palamau? Why can't it be Palamau? Why? It's because you guys cannot get over the fact that we moved on from number 4. And that's fucking sad, and it sucks. Give Polamalu his flowers and give Jimmy G his flowers for finding Devontae Adams on the next play after throwing a pick 35 yards on a deep ball. Stop it. Fucking clowns, man. Every day, I'm starting to realize this fan base is starting to get weirder and weirder, and I love the real ones. Shout out to all you guys, you know what I mean? But there are a lot of weirdos out there pinpointing a bunch of bullshit for all the wrong reasons, and it's fucking pathetic, and it's sad, man. It's sad, and it needs to be spoken about because I'm sick and tired of people still holding on to the past. We moved on. I know it's still new. I know it's still low-key fresh, but it's still the past. So what is the problem? Move on. Jimmy G's our quarterback, you guys. Jimmy G's our quarterback. And he threw a pick to one of our upcoming, players in Polamalu. Simple and plain. It's crazy, man. Stop dick eating, man. Let me see. I got at them once a day on Twitter. It makes me sick. Elite is crazy. It's crazy. And Burbeat, there you have it. And look, this is the thing, right? We don't have to forget what the old number 4 did for us. We don't have to forget about 2016. We don't have to forget about, helping us, get to the playoffs in 2021. We don't have to forget about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave with all the good thoughts and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say O'Connell's the only 4 I know, but he's the only 4 now that matters. That's it. That's it. When DC was here in 4, he mattered. He's not here no more. He don't matter anymore. O'Connell is a new 4. Get used to it. That's what it is. Simple and plain. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. You guys wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, OakLosVegas for the new drip. I don't know if you guys seen, but yes, man, we did something really cool. And I tried to find my guy in the comment section. I don't know where he is, and I want to give my guy his flowers because this was not my idea, right? It'd be easy for me to come on here and say this was my idea because I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I think of shit all the time. But somebody in my comment section said to me, right? You should do some Jimmy Hub hats and call them Jimmy hats. Well, guess what? OLV Jimmy hat. The Jimmy Hub hats are out. OakLosVegas.com. Shout out to whoever left that comment. I can't find it anywhere, but we got the Jimmy hats on deck. So salute to everybody that's been going to OakLosVegas.com and grabbing those. It's been major love. Salute, salute, salute. And I'm gonna put the comment. I'm gonna put the link right here in the boom right here, real quick. It's in the chat. You guys go get you a Jimmy hat, man. If you ain't out here raw dogging life, go get a Jimmy hat, man. If you're not into raw dog in the world, go get a Jim hat, man. OakLosVegas.com. Shout out to Primos. If you want to make mistakes in practice, for Jimmy, I want him to try those deep balls. Pause. Make mistakes in practice so in the game, you don't make the same mistakes. As for Isaiah Polamalu, imagine the confidence this will give him, and that's what it's all about. Primos, he is a rookie. He's pretty much a rookie. It's his second year, right? He really didn't get too much burn last season, right? This does everything for his confidence, and it doesn't kill Jimmy G's. Jimmy G is a veteran. He's thrown a ton of picks in training camp before. He's thrown tons of picks in actual games. This is not going to affect him the way it'll affect Polamalu. Great for Polamalu's confidence, not going to really shake Jimmy G at all. Exactly, Primos. Exactly, man. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to one of the greatest names on YouTube, man. Lumpy Shark. I heard Denver, KC, and the Chargers wear pads year-round. They're called Tampax. Salute to my dog. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Lumpy Shark. Shout out to my brother Top Beats in the building. Get your gym hats, OakLosVegas.com. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, you guys. Shout out to my brother John, man. Thanks for putting in the work, Graphk. Don't waste any gray matter on the DC jock sniffer. Salute to my dog. Raiders, poor Veet. Oh my God, bro. You hilarious, bro. Salute, salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Let me see if there's anything else going on right now in terms of camp, you guys. Shout out to everybody out there coming with the heat, with the tweets. The Raiders are inside today, you guys. They are not practicing on the outside field. They are indoors. It is very hot in Las Vegas, and they're definitely practicing inside the building today. Let me see. Talked about that one. Jimmy G finds Devontae for a deep touchdown. Takes advantage of man coverage. Vinny B says, not a good throwing day for Jimmy G at Raiders camp. The emphasis was on the third down offense, and it just looked like a struggle outside of a handful of good throws. You know, you're going to go through your struggles. You know what I mean? One thing about Jimmy G is he's not been in this system in 6 seasons. So it's going to take a little bit more time to get adjusted to what's going on now. But patience. The pads are not on yet. This is only training camp. This is where you work out all the kinks. Salute to my dog, Gio. I'm convinced most people on Twitter and IG in the comments don't actually watch games. They just clown around and talk crazy because that's the new wave. Yeah, man. Trolls, bro. Gio, trolls, bro. That's what this world is made up of now. Trolls. You know what I mean? It's sad that 99.9% of the internet is populated by trolls. Simple and plain. It's pathetic. Shout out to my dog, Gio, man. Shout out to my boy Q as well. So they keep Palomar as safety, or I think he's going to do the hybrid thing. There's been a lot of talk about him, you know, being in the box, you know, getting close up to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to be a hybrid guy. I do. I think he's going to I think that Patrick Graham's going to try and utilize him as that kind of Jabril Peppers type player. I don't know if he's going to, you know, translate to what he can bring to what Peppers brought to the game, you know, or brings to the game. But hey, I don't know. I think that's kind of what he has in store for him. Safety and that kind of like box safety. You know what I mean? We shall see, though. I think that Palomar is going to be all over the place. I do. I think they're going to have him close to the line of scrimmage a lot this upcoming season. He's a guy that can definitely I don't know if you guys watched him last season. This guy can definitely come off the edge pretty fast. He's a rocket when in terms of getting to the quarterback. I'll tell you that. Yes, salute to Palomar. I'm excited to see his development this season. Shout out to my boy Q, man. Shout out to Orlando. What up, bro? F car lovers. Time to move on. I don't have any problems with anyone that loves car. It's not an issue. There's a difference between loving car and being infatuated with car. The infatuation, that shit is weird to me. That's just weird. Now, loving car is not a problem. He's a Raider. That's your guy. You love Derek Carr. Love Derek Carr. But being infatuated by him and just thinking that he can do nothing wrong, that's the weird shit. Shout out to my dog Orlando, man. Is Zeus and Mayer sleepers for fantasy? Soul Assassin, I definitely think so. Me personally, though, I wouldn't take a Raiders running back this season. At least, you know, especially early on. Last year, I took Jacobs early on, and it definitely paid off for me, right? But this season, I think it's going to be more of a running back by committee. I think reps are going to be split all over the place. I wouldn't even play around with the Raiders running back this year. You know what I mean? Even with Josh coming back, I still think they're going to kind of, you know, spread the ball around at the running back position. So I would stay away from our running backs. Maybe Zeus can be a guy that can, you know, I don't know. Maybe Josh Jacobs scores a ton of TDs inside the red zone, you know, goal line situations. I don't know. Maybe that helps you out in fantasy, but I'm just saying, me personally, I would stay away from our running backs this season. Mayer, definitely could be a sleeper. Definitely can be a sleeper. Let me see. Shout out to my boy Soul Assassin. Shout out to Q once again. And I see Notre Dame trying to be like Oregon with all the green unis. Come on, man. Watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth, Q. Shout out to my dog. Yeah, we are kind of freaking our jerseys a little bit. Shout out to Oregon, man, and shout out to my Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Shout out to my boy Old School, man. Docs, when the content creators continue to bash and throw shade at DC, the car fans are going to respond in kind. That's just facts. Well, oh well. Hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Old School. I speak facts, bro. You know what I mean? Anybody that's still out there, you know, acting as though DC had a great year last year, that's delusion. That's delusion, Old School. It's delusion. Any real Derek Carr fan, right, will come out and say he had a terrible year last year. I see why we moved on from him. Hopefully he thrives out there in New Orleans. That's a real Carr fan. You know what I mean? Like, too many excuses for my life, for me, bro. Shout out to Old School, though. Yeah, right? We don't know how the Raiders are going to use the running backs. Me personally, I think it's going to be by committee. Shout out to Big Mike. You can grab Mayer late in fantasy drafts. He's a projected waiver wire pickup. Facts, bro. Salute to my Shillmore brother. Let me see. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Salute to my dog.com. Yo, I knew Josh was going to do this, but karma and greed is crazy. Ask someone from my hometown, Le'Veon Bell. He definitely deserves a check, but not that bank. Not the bank. Raider Nation, love you, bro. Salute to my dog.com. Love you too, King. Shout out to my guy. That's my brother, man. I'll see you in Vegas this year, bro. Salute to my dog. And shout out to Ohio as well. Shout out to CJ, man. This is a special group this year. I can't wait. I can't wait either, bro. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. Salute to my dog, CJ, man. Let me see. Raider conference is back. You guys want to watch the conference? I can bring it on. I'll share the screen and we can watch it together. Let me see what this looks like. Let me see. So it looks like Jakob Johnson is on right now. Let me share this. Boom. Present. Boom. Boom.
This is going to be a very big time now for Zamir. I'm just curious what you see out of him in his second camp, and what are your thoughts on his maturation to be ready for this opportunity?
Man, Zamir, honestly, I mean, his locker is right next to mine. I always try to give him a good word every day, but he's just been coming in, super focused, working hard, asking questions every day, and I'm excited to be out there leading the way for him.
I guess, what is the mood in the room with Josh not there and everybody just kind of understanding that he's not there with you guys, but you want him to be there, but you support him, I'm sure. So I just, what is the mood there?
Yeah, I mean, everybody is supporting Josh, and this is just a situation. It's a situation around the league, and I hope it gets figured out. We'll see what happens, but right now we're in camp, and we have to get ready for our first day of pads. So the mood is good. It's football.
As somebody who grew up maybe without softball being a main sport, do you sympathize with Nate Hobbs' fly catching skills, or do you kind of like give him a bad time?
Oh man, listen, I was right there, man, and I thought he had it too. But actually, a couple innings later, I had a fly ball going my way, and I let it go right over my head too. So that stuff is a little harder than I guess we expected. Also, somebody should have told me before the game to touch the home plate when you want to score, I thought it was more like a finish line situation, but next year, all right? Next year, we're coming and we're winning this thing. All right.
Pause.
What is the difference in between year one and year two with so many guys now that do understand the system, being able to help the new guys?
Shout out to my brother LB.
Everybody was, not you, most.
Yeah, I mean, if you're new to an offense, there's always a lot more work that you have to put in just understanding the verbiage, understanding the terminology. Once you make that step, then you can get into the real details of the football, of how you're going to adjust to certain looks, how you're going to key the defense up, and you can think ahead a little bit as a player. So, just having more time in the offense helps. But at the end of the day, you have to go out there every day and put it all out there and perform. So, yeah, man, we're taking it day by day, and we'll see where it goes.
Jakob, obviously, the fullback position is something that's kind of beginning to be phased out of football, and you're the only fullback on this roster.
Wipe them feet, y'all.
What you do, how much pride do you take in the importance that you provide to this team?
Man, I think all fullbacks take a bit of pride in being the last ones that are still here, right? Like, I don't think the position will ever completely go away. It's been the kind of the running story for as long as I've been in the league, right? 5 years, that the fullback is going to die out, but really the numbers haven't changed that much. The teams that do have a fullback, the teams that don't. But I definitely feel like we're standing on the shoulders of, giants, guys like James Devlin that I came up underneath, Mike Allstott, all these guys that played the position before us, and we're trying to keep it alive, man.
Working with the tight ends and the running backs, how many positional group meetings do you go to?
Man, well, I used to be in the tight end room. I'm here. I'm in the running back room. But the fullback, and especially in this offense, there's so many different places that you can be, that you have to be ready for. So yeah, I just try to take a little bit from everybody.
You mentioned Allstott. Are you going to Josh, trying to get in his ear to give you some more carries?
Hey man, listen, I try not to be that guy.
This year.
Wherever coach sees me, that's where I'll be. But I did watch 2001 Ravens against Tampa Bay game the other night, and that was pretty cool to see.
You did a couple of times.
So,
Go ahead.
You arrived to the NFL with the International Player Pathway Program, and
Yeah.
now the Raiders have David too that arrives here. That way, are you trying to be a mentor with him, trying to tell him what he has to do to be like you, a 5-year vet now?
Oh, 100%, man. I mean, David's situation is a little different. You know, obviously he came directly from Nigeria, never really played football before, but I had the chance of meeting him in the spring already and speaking to him there a little bit, and then now watching him grow throughout OTAs and where he's at now. You know, I think he still has a lot to learn, a long journey ahead of him, but he's definitely putting the work in every day and coming to work with the right mindset, because when you're new to football like that, you know, you just have to keep chopping away at it, and eventually the dam will break. So he's on the right track.
You had mentioned a couple times, Jacob. What is your excitement level to get the pads on?
Oh, you know,
It's the most important day of the year, right?
You know,
The
he's
first
hyped.
day of pads, real football starts. You know, we can finally all the stuff that we X'd and O'd out all year. We're finally putting the metal to the floor and getting in there. So yeah, for me, that's the most exciting part about training camp. And once we cross that, you know, we can get back to the third down passes and all that stuff. But first day of pads is important.
The real trash talking starts.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you guys saw it a little bit today. Things is getting a little bit more chippy out there, so I think it's gonna be a good day tomorrow.
What defense has been talking enough that they're going to get hit first?
I mean, I think we all know our front man trash talker here on the team, right? The Condor. I mean, he's gonna always do his thing, so we'll see how that goes.
With the same offensive line that you played with last year, how much does that make your job easier in terms of picking up blocking assignments and
I like that.
being the lead blocker down in the A and B band?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily make the blocking easier, but it does help with the communication. You know, you just you know each other, you know each other's tendencies. You can give each other reminders on things that you know that the other person might struggle with. So yeah, I think the camaraderie and everything has just been coming together a little bit more this year.
I like that. A
Obviously,
word
Raider Nation
I've been
is
saying
worldwide. There's a
all
lot of
off
Raider
season.
fans in Germany, but how much pride do you take on trying to be that ambassador from inside the team to help the fan base grow even more in your native country?
Yeah, I mean that's been my my mission here, right? Trying to expand this pathway that I came across on, and you know, the game back home is growing and expanding every year. I mean, the European League of Football is going into its third season right now. My franchise is doing pretty good. You know, I think we're sitting at about 6-1 or 7-1 right now. So yeah, I think that's my role as an ambassador for the sport. Try to do my best to you know, put out content and stuff for the people back home and play good football while I'm at it. So I can stay here.
Salute to Jakob.
Back to that question, I know you kind of feud a little bit with Jermaine on Twitter. When you went to the closest camp in London.
Yeah.
You know, about Germany
Money
versus
exchange.
London camp.
Yeah.
Is that something that you kind of have a passion for? You know, going back to Germany and maybe doing something to that regard of posting camp.
100%. So we're already working on it. We already had some conversations. We're definitely trying to make this England versus Germany match happen. Hopefully in London. But yeah, I mean, we both come from international backgrounds, so we try to do our best to grow the game back home, because I think eventually they'll help the league and help us, right? We need somebody to still play football 30 years from now when it's time to collect our pensions. So anything we can do to pay for it.
Do you want to admit publicly that you thought some British food wasn't that bad?
Yeah, I think I can go on record with that, right? So I was talking a lot of cash to Jermaine about eating beans for breakfast, but I tried that out. It's not that bad. Yeah, those baked beans that they talk about with toast, you can do it. Doable. Edible.
We're waiting for Divine
Appreciate you guys.
Diablo, you guys. I want to hear what Divine Diablo has to say. Like, he is a guy that came in his rookie year and was already very, very vocal about that defense. Like, I remember he came out, I forgot what week it was or whenever it was. It could have even been in the offseason. I could be totally off. But I remember him saying, like, these guys, you know, they're not practicing right. You know what I'm saying? It's like these guys don't even, you know, like pretty much in a nutshell, like they're not even showing up to practice like that. Right? So I can't wait to see what Divine Diablo has to say, because he definitely speaks his mind. Shout out to Jakob. Let's get him to the Pro Bowl this year. Real talk. One of the greatest blocking fullbacks in the NFL. You know what I mean? Get him a ball a few times. Let's get him a couple touchdowns, man, so we can get him into the Pro Bowl. I would love that. Real quick, man, shout out to Anthony Moe as well, man. My guy went on OakLosVegas.com and grabbed a Casino Royale, OLVT, and a Jimmy hat. Salute to my boy Ant. It's on the way, King. Salute to you. Thank you so much for supporting the brand, man. I appreciate you. We're waiting for Divine Diablo, you guys. We're going to watch his presser together. We're going to bring this back this year. We're going to, you know what I mean? We should. I remember all off season, we would, you know, come on here and talk and watch the pressers and stuff, even during the season. I think I should I bring this back, you guys? Should we do this more often? I'm definitely down to bring the pressers on, man, during the day so we can all watch them together and kind of, you know, give our takes on how we feel about these discussions. But salute to Jakob, man. Salute to Jakob, a guy that is a blocking machine. Okay, yes. Shout out to Cardo, shout out to Primo, shout out to Ernie. Salute. Shout out to James Moore. Definitely elite. Sis says yes. Mike Mills says hell yeah. Top, hell yeah. Let's get it. Ruthless, Hot Beavers. Yes. Salute. Jeff, I am drinking today a black coffee with just classic in it. Nothing else. Oh, and an extra shot. I needed that extra shot today. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. And salute to everybody hitting the subscribe button. I believe we're 60 away now, about 65 away. It's slowly going there, man. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a 19K celebration show tonight, which will be fun, but it's okay. We're getting closer and closer, so it's okay. We'll somehow, some way, we'll get it done this week. We'll just stay active, do as many lives as possible so we can reach our goal in a perfect world, man. I would hit 20K before the season started and do a Oak Las Vegas giveaway. That would be really, really dope. When we hit 20K, I'm doing an Oak Las Vegas giveaway. Here we go. Oh, it's Brandon Facing.
Brandon, how does competing
Brandon
every
Facing.
day against a guy like Devontae Adams?
He got
make you
cooked
better?
today by Devontae.
You know, going against a guy on that level, you know, all it does is help me to better my craft, and you know I'm giving good work against him, so you know I'm helping him, and you know it's great. I haven't really had to do that, and you know going against him, he's teaching me. I ask him questions about what he's seen on some of the things that I'm doing, and it's just helping each other every day. So it's been great.
You had one rep in particular kind of early in practice today against him where you were right on him, made a play against it. Like, what kind of confidence does that bring to you?
It brings great confidence. Knowing that I'm going against a guy like that every single day, it helps me to, just be extremely confident out there against anybody else. We have great receivers here, and all of them are great. So just going against him, being able to make plays, and we go back and forth. So, it's been phenomenal, honestly.
You know about it when that happens?
I'm not really like a chirper. I just chill, But I might celebrate a little bit. But in my head, I know I'm just doing me.
I feel like today the competitiveness jacked up a little bit. Is that a sign that pads are getting ready to come on and you guys are getting ready to turn that corner?
I think it's been competitive every single day. We know the pads are coming on within the next tomorrow. So I think it's just been getting better every single day as far as the competitiveness level. Every time we go out there, we compete with those guys, and they compete against us. So I think it's been definitely going up higher. I think it's just a level of comfort that we're all getting, and trying to
Brandon Facing is at the podium,
and still learning each other, still learning how to play with each other. So as far as defensive wise and offensive wise, so it's been great. So
I know today there was a heavy emphasis on third downs. We always think of that from an offensive standpoint, but not always from a defensive standpoint. That's got to be
prayers to Tim Patrick, you guys. Prayers to Tim Patrick.
Yeah.
I know he's a Bronco, but
for sure.
prayers to him.
Our coach
looks like he tore his Achilles.
Third down is an important down. You got to get off the field as far as the defensive. So just got to get off the field, hone in on your technique, hone in on your craft, and, just compete at the highest level.
Earlier this offseason, you were talking about how you really wanted that experience of going through a full training camp with this team, having come in the middle of the season or beginning of the season when you first were here. So what has been the experience like of just being here and getting able to know these guys a lot better?
It's been great. Obviously when I was here in 2021, I was kind of familiar with the system. I was familiar with some of the guys that were already here. Still familiar with, some of those guys are still here. But being able to go through a full training camp here, in a new defense, it's coming along very well. And I think we're gelling together well. And it's been great, just working every single day. We've been through OTAs, now we're going through training camp. So different level, like not a different level of competitiveness, but it's definitely hyped up. Training camp's a grind, as we all know. So, just kind of, staying even kill and coming in here just ready to work every single day has been great.
This is the link, you guys.
Back to
Become a
that
member of the channel.
2021 season, they pulled you off a practice squad. I think I remember you came in here and did some really good things. Had a nice year when you had some injuries at that position. How important was that in kind of leading the way to this next step of your career?
It's been great. That part, that was a hard time for me, just coming in because it was different. It was a new experience, having to pack up and go from LA to Vegas. But when I came in here, I was welcomed with open arms, and I just wanted to just compete every day and, show these guys that they could trust me. And I think I did that in 2021, but, coming into the next couple of seasons definitely helped confidence, helped, everything about, the situation. So just really honing in on my craft, just learning from, the guys on the offensive side, learning from, my new coaches and stuff like that. I'm learning new things. I'm learning new techniques. I'm, being a student of the game. So it's definitely been a blessing. Just trying to go through it every single day.
What about Coach Graham's system do you think gives you an emphasis or a competitive advantage so that you can thrive this year?
Honestly, just, different. It's going to be different ways, different, what I'm trying to say, different coverages for sure. I came from a 3D, system. So, this is kind of like multiple. So I'm just learning different ways to play the game. I'm learning different nuances in the system. This is going to help you definitely in the long run. So I'm a longer corner. I like to get hands on guys, stuff like that. So we all have our different techniques that we like to play.
Pause.
And, it's been great so far. So, just trying to just learn every single day, just grow. And that's all I need. So all we need. So it's been good.
What about this defense tells you that you can create more takeaways, which is one thing that everyone says needs to happen. You have to have more takeaways. What about this defense makes you believe they can do that?
A lot of players just freeing up, being able to look at the ball, being able to, switch up different techniques, stuff like that. So I don't want to give away too much. So, but it's been great. Just learning every single day, like gelling with each other, and really just learning our play styles. So everyone has a different play style. And once you know that, once you figure that out, you kind of know. So I think it'll be a good year for us. I don't, want to talk too far in the, in the future, but, so far, I think we're liking what we see. So.
Even though it's for a very small period of time, you were teammates with Devon Diablo at Virginia Tech, and now you're here with him on the Raiders, kind of seeing him go from being in that DB room to now being a linebacker of the team. What are some things that you've noticed about
we're
his
teammates.
progressed, and how cool is it to be back with him?
Man, so, me and, Diablo were at Virginia Tech together. He was playing safety. And then when I got here in 2021, obviously when he was drafted, he was, switched to a linebacker. It's definitely gotten bigger. He's always been a big dude, but definitely gotten bigger, and he's been phenomenal, even from that 2021 season, him learning the defense, him coming in, making plays. And then, when I come back, and he's still, doing his thing, making plays still. I'm proud of him. It's, I knew him from when he was, young. So we played two seasons together at Virginia Tech. So, just seeing him grow every single day and, him having that confidence to do his thing. So it's been cool.
Did you see that potential in him when he was young? In your words, do you believe he's gonna be an NFL linebacker?
Oh, for sure, man. Every single, he worked his butt off every single day. So, I had always had that confidence in him, and he's showing that now.
Man, face sounded like Cleve
You saw
Furl,
your
man.
cousin make at least one nice play on a ball today. I know you've already talked about how excited you are for him to be here, but what's it like now that he's actually been at training camp, and how's he doing?
Man, it's been good, man. He's definitely learning the system well, and he's making plays. We all were turned up when he made that play today. Just telling him to catch the ball, but he's good. Always got to give him something, but we talk every single day. So he's got his little he got to sing in a little bit, so he'll have to do that. But I'm trying to just be be in his head every single day, and he knows he can ask any type of question. So he's continuing to make plays and continuing to just progress, each and every day, and that's really all it's about.
Just like Cleve,
wanting to be 1% better than the day before. So he's continuing to do that, and I think it'll just continue to grow.
Ryan, what does Marcus bring into the secondary as a veteran?
Oh man, he's been amazing. You know, he definitely is a ball hawk. I definitely, I ask him questions every day about what he sees, about, because he's been in the system for a long time. He brings that competitive toughness, and we all have that. But him coming in, being a vet, being that ball hawking player that we know he is, and he knows he is, that that's just something we all want to kind of rally along with, and we all want to create turnovers, and he's been just helping us all. So having him here has definitely been good for all of us, and I think it's gonna be good at the end of the day. So.
Salute to Brandon Faison. Salute to my guy. Very positive. He was always really positive. When we watched him a few years back on that playoff run when he played under Gus with us that one year, he was always really positive in the pressers. Really good guy. Seems like a good dude. It's good to have him back in the building, man. You know what I mean? That one big body corner to have. He's gonna have his bumps and bruises this training camp going against Devontae Adams, but it's only gonna make him better. You know what I mean? So salute, man, to Brandon Faison. Yeah, you guys. It looks as though Tim Patrick tore his Achilles today. In camp last year it was his ACL. This year it's his Achilles. Oh shit, they must be done. See? Oh, it's done. All right. But I guess Diablo's not talking. Maybe they're not having him speak because he wasn't practicing today. Maybe he was scheduled to go up and talk, but he was not there today, not practicing for some undisclosed reason. So maybe that's why they're holding him back from talking. But Denver, man, they may go out and get another veteran. They may go out and get there's some guys out there. There's some wide receivers out there. What they may go get Julio Jones, maybe, right? N'Keal Harry. Like there's a couple names out there that they could potentially go out and get. I think T.Y. Hilton is out there still available. You know what I mean? They may go get a veteran, you know what I mean, to come in and take Tim Patrick's spot at this point. So yeah, man. Crazy. Shout out to Tim Patrick. I know he's a Bronco, and we hate the Broncos, but you never want to see anybody get hurt. It's like, especially this early in training camp, 2 years in a row for Tim Patrick, man. That sucks, man. You know what I mean? You always want to own the Broncos, but you want to beat them at their best. So to see one of their weapons go down like that sucks, man. Shout out to Raider Rios, my guy. What up, Graphk? I'll be in Arlington for the preseason game. Hope to see you there. I will be there. I definitely will. I'll be there. Those tickets are like $8-9 right now to the Raiders and Cowboys game. It's the last preseason game. No one's probably going to play in it, but those tickets are like $8-9. LV, it said that Hooper is balling it, and I'm hearing good things about Michael Mayer. So that's good to know that the tight end position is getting it going early, man. I haven't heard anything about OJ Howard. Haven't heard anything about Jesper Horsted yet, but we'll wait and see. The pads come on tomorrow. That's when you're going to start really seeing what these guys have to offer on the football field. Achilles injury could be a career killer. Yeah, it definitely can, man. That sucks. That sucks, man. Oh yeah. Mondo, this is facts. We watched him kill, Patrick Surtain. You know what I'm saying? Like he kills the best corners. So, it's only right he smokes the average to below average to good corners on this roster, right? So it is what it is. And that's no shade to any of our corners. I'm just being honest. I want to hear some Duke Shelley. I want to hear some Nate Hobbs now that he's back out there. Thank God he returned the day before the pads come on. I love it. But I love what Faison was saying about, Marcus Peters, about them, him going to him and talking to him daily and trying to find ways to get better with his game. I love it, man. They're definitely going to lean on Marcus Peters a lot. That was another reason why I kept saying, go get him. Go get him. Go get this guy, because these young guys can lean on him. I know Brandon Faison's not super young. I think he was like the oldest corner we had before we got Marcus Peters. I think Faison's 26, 27 years old, somewhere along the lines. But it's good to know it's not a booger, Cal. It's a nose ring. It's a nose ring. It's a nose ring. It's a nose ring. Shout out to Hug, My dog. Double tight end sets are a thing in McDaniel's offense. Last great one he had was Gronk. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to John with the facts on facts on facts. Yeah. And, he couldn't do it last year. Waller was injured. Moreau was out there. Horsted was out there, but we didn't really have the personnel he needed in order to run those two tight end sets. He likes his tight ends a specific way. He likes two guys that can block and that can get it done in the passing game. And I think with the guys that we have on this roster right now, I think it's going to work. I think right now, Mayer and Hooper is closer to that duo of Gronk, in Hernandez than a Waller and a Foster Moreau. And I mean that in all respect. And I'm not saying that Mayer and Hooper are anywhere close to Gronk and Hernandez good, right? I'm just saying in terms of their game, blocking ability and being able to get it done in the passing game. I think that those two guys are way more Gronk and Hernandez-esque than a super uber athletic Waller that really can't block and a Foster Moreau. Let me see. Salute to everybody in the building. We're still 500 deep, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. I have not heard anything about David, AP. I've not heard anything about David. I'm trying to get him on the show here again. Shout out to my little bro, Andy. He just had him on the show not too long ago. But I'm trying to get the young kid on our show. Matter of fact, I can't even say trying. I haven't even reached out yet, but I'm definitely going to reach out and see if I can get him on. But training camps, in full swing right now. It's going to be very difficult to get any active player on the show right now. So I'm going to just kind of wait my turn and kick back for a minute for when it's time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mondo, man. How tall is the ceiling on Mayer? Top 5 in the NFL? Definitely. Mondo, I definitely think, look, a lot of these tight ends in this specific draft are going to be potential top 5 guys in the future. Michael Mayer, Kincaid, you know what I'm saying? Darnell Washington, already hearing that he's out there dominating right now in Pittsburgh. That dude's crazy out of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So in a few years, this can go down as potentially one of the best tight end classes in years. You know what I mean? So, but we shall see, man. I definitely think Mayer can be a top 5 guy eventually. But when you still have the likes of Kelsey, out there and, let's just keep it a buck, man. There's some really, 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 really phenomenal tight ends out there. Mark Andrews, you know what I'm saying? There's some guys. So let's hold off the expectations. But do I think Michael Mayer could potentially be a top 5? Yes, definitely. Not right now, though. Let's slow it down, King. Shout out to my boy Mondo. Yeah, Chris. The thing is, man, he had a down year last year. You know what I'm saying? They have quarterback issues. They had all kind of issues in Atlanta. This wasn't just a Kyle Pitts type situation. This guy, to me, was a generational talent coming out of Florida. That was a guy I was heavily on in that draft. I wouldn't have been mad if we took a tight end early if it was Kyle Pitts. I just think he's in the wrong system. I think that, they've had struggles at the quarterback spot. I mean, they had Marcus Mariota last year, you know what I mean? And, and then years prior to that, they struggle mightily at the quarterback position. Yeah, Gio, Pittsburgh's going to be nice on offense with Pickens and Darnell Washington. Facts, man. And I'm hearing that my guy right now, oh my God, my guy out there with the Commanders, man, at the tight end position is cooking right now. Cooking right now, man. Yes, John B. Well, we're not going to get Bowers because we got Michael Mayer, but that may be one of the. I think that he's going to be a top 10 tight end coming into the league already, just year one. He's that good. Bowers out of Georgia. He's a phenomenal tight end. Pause if necessary out of Georgia. He's going to be a dog wherever he goes. If he's in the right system, he's going to be a guy. But we wouldn't need Bowers though. We already got Michael Mayer. Forbes, bro. Forbes, Maul. Come on, man. Appreciate it, Edgar, man. Salute to you, bro. For definitely, man, showing love. We're still a nice amount away from 19K. So it looks as though we can't do the celebration yet. Or maybe I can just do the show, man, and maybe we can hit 19K as we do the live tonight. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can just do the party and hit our goal during the party. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should go get me a little whiskey, come back over here, and maybe we can have some drinks and hang out tonight. Shout out to OJ. Mayer's ceiling is number 1 tight end in the league. the kid is that special. I definitely think he's very special. Salute. But like, Kincaid and there's a lot of guys out there, man. Like we said, Kyle Pitts, I don't want to put Mayer in that realm yet. He has a lot to prove. Yeah. Gio, Forbes is showing out right now. Just had another pick 6 the other day in camp. Man, look. DeMarcus, Graphk McShay, bro. Try to tell you, man. Oh, shit. Favorite Raider of all time. It's Tim Brown, Arroyo. Tim Brown's my favorite athlete, period, of all time. Reese says we have 6 tight ends right now. How many make the cut? I don't know if we have 6. We have Fotheringham on the practice squad. We have OJ. We have Jesper. We have Mayer. We have Hooper, right? We got 5. Fotheringham will be on the practice squad. If not, maybe let go. It's going to be a battle between Howard and Jesper for that 3rd spot. But I think that Hooper and Mayer are for sure going to be they're going to be there for sure. Hooper and Mayer are probably going to be tight end 1 and tight end 2. Oh yeah, we did get a UDFA tight end. You're right, Moss. We do have 6. You are right. But I think he's going to be. I think he'll be on the practice. Wait, hold on. Wait, what UDFA tight end? Are you talking about Fotheringham from last year? I think we're keeping 3 tight ends. 3 of them. 3 of them. And that's Hooper, Michael Mayer, and Jesper Horsted. But it's going to be a battle between him and Howard. Let me see. 207, man. I would love for him to make the roster because of the position, right? I like Darian Butler a lot out of Arizona State. Schenker. Okay, the UDFA tight end. Okay. I don't think he makes this team. I don't. And if he does, he'll be on the practice squad. You're right. I totally forgot about him. Oh, Rube says the kid from Auburn, he's taking reps at fullback. Okay. I like that. But even then, you're not going to take Jakob's spot. So I don't think that kid makes the roster. Totally forgot about him. Salute to you guys for keeping me on my feet, man. Keep me on my toes. But I don't think Darian does. Do I want him to make the roster? Yes. I love that connection between him and Antonio Pierce. I know Antonio Pierce is probably trying to have him ready to go. He coached him at Arizona State. He's very undersized. You know what I mean? It's just a tough fit. I don't know where special team, he may get hurt on special teams. He's undersized. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think so. 207. Maybe on the practice squad. That'd be cool. I still want to see Darian Butler be a Raider. But I don't know, man. With Drake Thomas out there now, with us going to get Spillane, you know what I'm saying? And, with Luke Masterson in year 2 and a few other guys, I just don't think that he makes this roster. Let me see. Nesta J, man, dog, another ASU guy, dog out of in the 7th round. Wait, Austin, did they? Ain't no way, bro. That was my guy out of Penn State. They let go of KJ Hamler after Patrick Torres shit. Wow. That's crazy. Man. I want to see where this is. Tim Patrick likely tore his Achilles. I don't see anything about KJ Hamler though. Oh, he has a heart issue. Wow. I see you spamming Arroyo. I've never met Al Davis. I've met Mark Davis about 3 or 4 times. Never met Al. Yeah, Maul, definitely. Now they pull back up, bro. We were just playing, big head. Hey, big head. They definitely sending that hey, big head text message. I promise you that. Yeah, KJ. Only 5 linebackers: Bernie, Diablo, Masterson, Spillane, and Thomas. That's a scary. That could be a good thing or a really, 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 really bad thing right there. 1970. Prayers up, heart problems. Have not heard anything about Grant up to this point. To my Jalen Grant, I believe, right? B. Haven't heard anything. It's been very, very quiet on the Grant front. Haven't heard anything from him yet. But we'll see. The pads are on tomorrow, you guys, so we shall see. Shout out to the 525 people still in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Meaning hit them thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet. We're trying to get to 19K so we can function tonight. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do some special stuff, get my guys on and celebrate life. You know what I mean? And celebrate another milestone. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're about 60 away from right now from 19K. Let me see. Salute. Jones may be a hybrid linebacker with the weight loss. He'll definitely play a lot of outside linebacker this year, will you? Let me see. Going to be the hardest final cut day in a long time. Shout out to John. Let me see. Try and get a couple comments in. What do you think of Zach Cunningham at the linebacker? We just talked about him, Rube. We just talked about him. There was 3 names that I brought up potentially if we, we wouldn't even really have to remove the franchise taggers. You don't really have to free up too much money to go get Zach Cunningham. You can move some things around, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it, but I'd rather have Evans. I like Zach Cunningham, but I'd rather have Evans. Rashad Evans. I'd rather have him. There's 3 guys we're going, definitely can look at. Kyle Van Noy left without a deal in Baltimore. So there's 3 linebackers out there that I still would definitely take a look at. We know Quan Alexander signed with Pittsburgh, so he's off the list. But yeah, those are a few guys to definitely keep an eye on. Shout out to Raider Queen. Salute, salute. Good to see you, family. Gio, he'll be back shortly. He's on the PUP list, but he did pass his physical. Tyree Wilson will be at camp shortly. Definitely be back soon. They're just being real patient with him. They don't want to re-injure him. You know what I mean? He's an intricate part of their future. You know what I mean? They want to make sure that he's truly, truly ready to go. Yeah, facts, Primos. You want tough cuts in the NFL means your final 53 is the sharpest of iron you're getting. Salute to my dog. With that being said, man, shout out to Primos. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. I just wanted your guys' honest opinion on if we removed. There's no talking about it, right? There's no talking about it. But, what if we remove that tag and we freed up north of $10 million? What would you want to do with that money? You can go out and potentially go get a John Johnson from Cleveland to add more depth to that safety room. You can go look at these guys, the Zach Cunninghams, the Evans, the Kyle Van Noys of the world that help, impact that linebacker room. There's still some nice options of defensive linemen out there in free agency. What would you guys want to do if we could free up that money? I mean, that's north of $10 million, you guys, if we remove that tag. If the talk is real about how Zeus looks right now at camp before the pads, I'm gonna reserve my judgment to see what happens when the pads come on tomorrow, because real football happens when the pads, come on, and also injuries occur. You know what I mean? And God forbid something happens to one of these running backs on this roster. Man, that may be the way that Josh gets a little more leverage coming back. You know what I'm saying? But you can free that money up. You can remove that tag. You're getting nothing for Josh Jacobs in return, which would suck because once again, you're losing another guy for nothing, right? There are a lot of people out there that are pissed. We lost Derek Carr for no draft capital, nothing. Yes, we freed up that money, lost him for nothing, right? Darren Waller, a lot of people are upset that we got a 3rd round pick for him when they were thinking that Green Bay offered us a 2nd, not even knowing how true that was. We cannot play those games where we assume that a 2nd was even a realistic thing. We weren't there. It was just a rumor. We had no idea. But me personally, getting a 3rd round pick for Darren Waller, is injured as he's been, I'm not against that. But some people are going to be pissed. Some people are going to be pissed if we move on from Josh and get nothing. But if we can free that money up and add like a Zach Cunningham, Rube, like a Evans, like a John Johnson, I think this can be something really good that can affect this defensive side of the ball. Everybody's been crying about building up that defensive side of the ball, right? Well, if it takes to move on from Josh to remove that tag because he's not showing up, then so be it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather go get 2 or 3 players and replace Josh Jacobs than to go into the season and watch him sit if he decides on sitting. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. I want Josh Jacobs a Raider, but I would rather have a John Johnson and an Evans and like another defensive lineman in replace of Josh Jacobs if he's not going to show up. Just simple and plain. If he's going to sit it out and really thug it out and say, I don't want that money, it is what it is, I'm sitting out, then hey, man, replace him with 2 or 3 players and let's move on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments section for those who are just joining the show right now. What do you think about if we did remove that tag with rumblings of Zeus looking really good out there in really good shape? It looks as though he's balling out there. What do you guys think? If we remove that tag, what would you want to do with that $10+ million? Let me know in the comments section what it is. Also, man, shout out to my brother Big Mike, 19K celebration show tonight. Say less. I think we should do it because I think that we can actually hit that mark tonight. You know what I mean? And maybe I'll get a couple special guests on. I know my Shieldmore brothers are going to be there. So maybe we can hit that mark tonight. Maybe we can hit that mark tonight. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to put the play together. It is what it is. Got to do it. Salute to my brother Big Mike. Once again, you guys, shout out to you guys. We're almost 500 deep plus this entire live. I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you guys again tonight. OakLosVegas.com for the drip. PlanetRaiders.com for everything Raiders. And I'm out. One.
That's what I'm talking